Good morning. Oh, New Year's over now. No, well, New Year's Day over. On to a new year. We'll say it that way. What was I gonna bring up? Might be a little long one. Life's challenging. Okay? And we often don't put it in a perspective. Life is a challenge. Things that will throw you off balance, things that will throw you for a loop, things that will throw you down. And stomp on you if you allow it. We always say that life's a challenge, but we fail to recognize the curriculum of it all. Can't see the forest through the trees. In too close, not seeing the bigger picture. When you begin to, and we're not going to know everything, I get it. But there are times in your life that that everything kind of swirls around what's, it challenges you. Everything's just swirling around to the point that you either want to give up or that you want to get out, or that you've looked so introspectively in yourself and realized, what the hell did I get myself into? Or how did I get into this position? That's where that life is a challenge. Okay? If it was to be a hurdle race, it would be, we got all these little things that go on, but you still got a full race. John Lennon put it down as life is what begins, or life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. You can make all the plans in the world. You don't know what tomorrow brings. And unless you keep that perspective of what is truth around you, and it's not a truth that is based on anybody or truth is truth. And truth isn't even based out of we'll say out of church. Truth is truth. It isn't based out of a collective, because truth is sovereign. And so, when you wrap your head around those kind of things, it's probably an easier compass than anything that we have figured out in our little modern motivational mind. Okay? When you begin to live like that, there's always going to be times that will stop you. Always going to be times that you're going to question things. It's like walking into a restaurant, you've got a choice on a menu. There's always going to be those times. But I'll use the restaurant analogy. I'll go there for a moment. You walk into a restaurant, you got a menu. Okay? There's something on the item or on the menu that you don't like. Automatically, you're not going to choose it. Okay? There's something that you might want to try, because the little elements of it sound good. Okay, now, those are your little risks that you're taking in life. Okay? But overall, you pretty much know what you can handle, what you can't, what you like, what you don't. Right? And so you choose accordingly. And the challenge is still there. It's minor. In life, you have the same thing based on bigger, riskier, more complicated items on that menu. Okay? If you got yourself into a position or you get yourself into situations that you don't like, you still have those choices. Okay? You still have the choices of doing things. You can try them. That's the risk part. You know, if it's something that you definitely don't like, then you know. If you don't like the menu altogether, why'd you walk into the restaurant? I'll say it that way. We still have, beyond walking in that restaurant, beyond walking into situations in our lives, we still have a truth. Okay? And it isn't just enough to say, and Lord, forgive me, but it's not just enough to say that Jesus is king or something like that. Okay? That's but one of the truths. Okay? It's not easy enough for us in our modern world, in our modern living, modern or not, to just say that and walk away. Okay? It fills a hole, but it doesn't take your mind where it needs to go for the course of the day a lot of times. Okay? Person working on something and he's got a screwdriver or she's got some kind of tool or something like that and working on it, and you come up and just say one truth, they'll look at you and go, okay, yeah, that's nice. Didn't turn the screw, didn't help them figure out the problem that they're having right there. Okay. We get into situations where we are challenged. I'm going to go back full circle on this long journey. We go back full circle to where we're challenged in life. And when we're challenged, if we make the right choices, we tend to gain from that. Okay? And I'm strictly talking about intellect. Not talking about monetary, not talking about anything else. We understand things. You know? Think of people that have learned how to play instruments, or people that are mentally challenged, that have overcome diversities, and adversities, and not diversities, that have overcame challenges. Okay? If you attack them like, oh God, and then keep on going on it, that's probably the best way of doing it. If you attack it where you start stressing out at the beginning and start telling yourself that you can't, you may not accomplish it. You're already doubting yourself. But the only way that you're going to be able to do those kind of things is if you wake up to the reality of what the truth of the matter is. Okay? What the truth of the challenge is. When you get caught in these situations. There's a reality. And I don't want to hear if that's your reality, this is my reality. We all have, it's around us. Some of it's interwoven at times. Okay? But when it comes down to truth, we all share it. My truth isn't different than your truth. Reality might be of a certain situation, but the truth isn't. Okay? And the truth is what's going to pick out that challenge. Pick it apart, make it easier. When you start looking at that, what is truth of the matter, you'll realize the challenge much more precisely. So, there we go. That's all I wanted to say as I go speeding down the highway of life and in my own reality. There, I'll use one last little thing there. Got nothing but love for you. And I hope that we have a good 2026. I haven't pushed this one for time for a reason. I don't know why I do these things, but it's for my own therapy, I guess. But got nothing but love for you. I just hope that you have a great day today.